Whenever I go to Borders and Borders, or yeah, am I going to be going to Borders and Borders and dropping this off?
I can do it.
Okay, I didn't know if you wanted to. All right.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey.
All right. So I'm just gonna go over, starting the campaigns as far as what that looks like. Kind of like a step-by-step procedure. We've got all the videos, but just kind of refresh you before you start. You there?
I'm here.
All right. So we're gonna do probates, driving for dollars, and pre-foreclosure list.
Probate driving for dollars.
Yeah, probate.
Mm-hmm.
Then the second one is driving for dollars, D, and then 4, and then D is probably what it is in REI SIFT.
You got it.
And then the next one will be pre-foreclosures.
Thank you.
All right, and then on all of these, we do 0 to 1 for list count.
0 to 1 for list counts.
Yep. And now I'm going to share my screen with you.
Okay.
All right, so we'll go over to REI SIFT. And we'll go to our records. And the reason why we do 0 to 1s on these is because we have 2 stack campaigns, which just means that they're on 2 or more lists. Not really too important. So we'll go here. 0. We'll drag this one to the right, all the way over to 0 to 1. Then we'll go to list, and this is for probate. And we'll select probate list. And the reason why we do 0 to 1 is because that only includes the probate list. We don't want anything else, like whenever we're doing this specific kind of list. Like other lists we will, but just this one. And I'll kind of make like a go through video of each, kind of list, how we do it, so you can have them videos to go back and look on too. All right, so we've got the probate list, and then from there we don't mess with we won't mess with none of this right now for it. All right, so then from probate, before we start the campaign, what do you think that we need to do before we start it? Just kind of hear your input.
List. We're gonna start with incomplete.
Yeah, right. So we got to get our incomplete records, and we got to make them complete. But we also got to get the trust and company.
Yes.
See, there's no trust or company records available for display in here. Just incomplete. So that means, we've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, records that we got to complete. So, for this, I wouldn't even really export it. I would just kind of edit them and then, fix it from there.
Okay.
So that's the probate list. And then once we get done with all that, what do you think the next step is going to be?
The next step with this one. Let me see. We don't need to export it because
you can if you want, just to make it the same process every time, but there's only 7 records, so we can just like edit them each. There's only 7 records that are incomplete.
Let me go through.
All right, so after we get all our records clean, the next thing we got to do is skip trace the records.
All right.
So after we do this, then we'll go to all, and whenever we skip trace the records,
Of course, I forgot. Yes.
skip trace. So whenever we skip trace the records, we want to do the number criteria.
Numbers should be
No,
no. Yes, no.
because we don't want to skip trace the same things over again.
Yeah.
Even though it's not going to charge us, it's just going to take longer, and there's just no point. So we're going to put no for numbers. And then we're going to select all the records.
The next word.
We'll select all the records. And I'm making like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like step by step, so you can have it like just all right there in front of you.
Okay, that would be great.
So we'll skip trace the records, select the number, filter by criteria, no. Then we're going to select all the records. And then we're going to go to actions. And press skip trace. And then we'll press apply, and then we'll press next. We're not going to do it right now because there's still a few incomplete records. So then after we press next, it's going to, ask us to confirm it. And then it's going to ask us to add tags. So what tags would we use?
What tags?
For this instance, for this skip trace. What are some tags you think you would use for this? Or skip tracing it inside REISIF?
Probate.
All right, so
ST.
yeah, ST, and then the month and
Yes.
the month and year. So it'd be ST and then like apostrophe. I mean, not
Okay.
apostrophe, like
7/2020.
2 dots. You know what I'm talking about? So it'd be ST and then the 2 dots and then 7/2020, 7/2020. And then we would also put REISIF as a tag, just because that's where we skip trace it from. So we would put REISIF and then the year and date. Well, the month and year. And then we would also put A.01 because it's the first attempt.
Yes.
All right. So then, once we're waiting on the skip tracing, we go to activity. And then in activity, it'll tell us like completed. And if it says like processing, that means it's still in the process of doing it. So it takes a while sometimes for the skip tracing, so we don't want to wait. You know, we want to try to start the first process of the next list that we're doing, right?
Right.
So let's just say we've got our records back from skip tracing. We'll go back to the criteria that we picked. So it'll be probate list.
0 to 1.
And then we'll also want to select all the records and add a tag for the campaign. So our campaign tag would be probate ouchies 7/2020. So I've already got that there for you. And it would be the same for the driving for dollars and pre-foreclosures. So it would be driving for dollars, ouchies 7/2020. And then pre-foreclosure, ouchies 7/2020. So it's basically just the list name and then the month and date. You with me?
Yeah, I'm moving.
All right, and then after that, so we've got our probate list. Let's count 0 to 1. Let's just act like we got done skip tracing. So then we'll go to numbers. So then after that, we'll select skip trace. Yes.
Yes.
Numbers, no, because we want the records that have been skip traced, but we didn't get no numbers back. Bear with me for a second. All right, so then from there, we would select all records and then export them. All the records that are skip trace but don't have numbers, right?
Right.
So what are we going to do once we export them numbers?
So after we export the numbers,
Well, not export the numbers, but export the people who
Insert
don't
the-
have numbers.
Yeah.
What are we
Gonna
going to do
go
with them?
to another site called
Yep. We're going to go to batch skip tracing.
to do another attempt.
Yeah, submit our list. And then we've got to look at their template that they have. So the template's in the trainings. So we'll look at the template we have, and then once we export our list, we'll match our list with the template that they have, like line it up how theirs is. So let me show you how theirs is. It's real easy. So there's his first name, last name, property address, city. So you just need to map everything out like this.
Okay.
You need to change the cost. So like say that ours has the mailing addresses first. Then we just need to go here and change this around because this is how theirs is. And then delete any excess columns. And then after we, get everything straightened up, then we'll download CSV
Yes.
and then put it in here and then enter in all the information that we need to submit the list. Then whenever we get that list back,
We upload it back to RSIP.
yeah, we'll upload it back to REI-Sift. So let's just say this is the list, for example. Well, fuck. So we'll just upload it back into there, and then we'll just, put it back in the same list, except this time we'll add tags. And what do you think the tags this time will be?
A
You got it? A,
dot 02.
yeah. And then what?
Okay, yeah. And then probate.
No, we've already added them tags. We don't need to. Probate's not a tag. Probate's the list. That's the list we'll upload it to is probate because that's the list we're working on for that file, right?
Yeah.
So we'll do A.02. And then we've already added the skip trace, month and year. So we would do A.02. And then we would add BST for batch skip tracing. The place that we skip trace it at.
Yes.
So we want to add tags for where we got it at and all that. So A02
02.
and then BST for batch
Yes.
skip tracing.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then we'll go after it uploads and it's all done. Then we'll go back and do that again to where we selected the records where it says skip traced and then no numbers. Then we'll take them numbers and export them. And then we'll go to skip fleet.
Skip fleet.
And then from there, we'll click start your search now, and then we'll log in. You'll have that in the LastPass. And then we'll do batch skip trace, upload file. And we'll upload the file. Well, we'll select file. It makes us do that for some reason. And then we'll map these out and then press next and then enter in the billing information. And then it also shows, where it's processing in here. So then after that, after we get our records back, then we'll, go back to REI-Sift, upload, to the probate list again. And then, what tags do you think we would use that time?
A.03 SF.
Yep. There you go. You got it. And then once we have all them records uploaded, because we done skip trace it in 3 different places, then, we're ready to, kind of get our campaign started. So, we've already got our campaign tag and everything. So then, after that, then you'll watch the video where, it talks about importing the list into Call Tools, and how to do that. And then you'll also start the campaign in Podio, which is real simple. There's a video on that. So, yeah, it's just really you got to select the criteria. You got to, do this, do that. Skip tracing, to the 3 different places, clean the records. I'm going to upload this Zoom call into the Triangle.
Okay.
I'm going to upload it. REI-Sift in total. And I'm gonna make a new topic that says Zoom training calls with Nico.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, that's it. Just go back and watch over the videos if you have any questions, and please reach out to me if you have any questions on what tags you should use, what you should do, or anything, because I mean it's gonna
That's
take
what I
it's gonna take a
really
little
get
time to get
confused.
used
Yeah.
to. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm saying it's a lot to take in at first.
Yeah.
But that's why we got the videos to, kind of go back on. And then, you can always reach out to me and, I will answer your questions. And, I'm by my phone. So I'm going to, be proactive and, messaging you back just so we can, kind of get everything going. And then, after a while, to just become second nature to you and you'll be able to do it.
Yes, of course.
But all right. Yeah. I'll get this uploaded, this video. And then,
Okay, that would be great.
yeah, so I'll get this uploaded and then we can go from there.
Okay.
All right, man. All right, I'm about to stop the recording.
Thank you.
All right.